Hello everyone, I know I usually don't edit or make Roblox content, but I've been kind of addicted to this game called Garden Tower Defense because it's something that I could do rather than just sit around and do nothing. But anyways, Garden Tower Defense dropped an update that's meh. After the admin abuse had happened, they released 2 new plants for us, and well, they are 2 cheeks of the same ass. One of the plants is called the Solarian Bloom, which says Solar Flare nuke ability to cause instant destruction. You think with that description like that it would sound really crazy? Nope! This plant is trash, but only to a certain extent, if I may add. This troop costs 3k, does 4.2k damage per second with a range of 20 to 30, and has really fast attack speed. It doesn't have too bad of stats, but we don't really care about the stats all that too much. We care about that solar flare ability. This ability only costs 25k per use and doesn't increment after every use like Egg Platinum, and does only 25k damage within its range. Please keep that in mind, that it only nukes enemies if they are in range of the plant, not outside whatsoever. So you would have to upgrade this plant to increase its effectiveness of the ability, and that's a huge investment already putting into this plant that's mid. So it's only good if you're clearing ads, like in this case with Endless. And another benefit of this plant is the cooldown of the ability is just as fast as Egg Platinum, and you can kind of spam its ability for sure, but I wouldn't bank on this plant for DPS if that's what you're looking for, of course. Next, we got the Infinity Petal, which says infinite range ability for a limited time. They weren't lying with this one, but I'll get to that shortly. This troop only costs 4.5k, does 4k damage per second, range from 15 to 38 without ability, and has a really fast attack speed. Not too bad stats, again. However, the ability, you guys are in for a treat with this one. Its ability is infinite range for a limited time. Only costs 5k and doesn't increment in price after use like Egg Platinum again. But take a look at this. I put the Infinity Petal at my garden in Endless mode. I'm gonna pop the ability and watch how long it lasts. Five seconds. I don't even gotta mention how bad 5 seconds is for ability. But it gets worse. Oh yes, it gets worse. The cooldown of the ability takes twice as long as both Egg Platinum and Solarian Bloom. Take a look at this clip I'm about to show you with this cooldowns. You could pop both Egg Platinum and Solarian Beam abilities again before Infinity Petal's cooldown is halfway and when it's off cooldown. Mind you, it's only on 1x game speed, but 2x would be like half of the time and 3x would be a third of the time. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I could justify this plant. Like, how are you supposed to use this plant exactly? Like, if you put this plant in the middle of the map, you'll be getting the 4k DPS, right? But what's the point of the ability by then if it covers a good portion of the map, right? You don't need infinite range at that point. However, if you put the plant at the garden or at the end of every area, then you'll be missing out on the 4k DPS, but you get the infinite range for 5 seconds at least, right? I'm in disbelief of how mediocre these plants are. Like, how do you go from Egg Platinum and Strongest Punch Potato to these 2 plants? Actually unbelievable if you ask me. But anyways, that's enough ranting of these plants, and it just feels like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But I do hope you guys enjoy this short little video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.